Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast this evening. Got a little loop here. Oh, it's a nice evening. They are running a half unit of water, just barely moving. The schedule says it's supposed to be off part of the day tomorrow, which is first time in quite a while. We'll see if that really happens. I'm gonna throw a 1/16 ounce black marabou jig with 2-pound line. Marcia, my wife, and I and Dwayne and Mona Cherie went to Stockton Lake. There's a fish rows down there yesterday, and we have a very good friend, Chris Nelson, who just bought Stone Creek Lodge. It's by State Park Marina, right outside Stockton. And we stayed there, but we got down there and did some fishing last evening, put in at Suns Creek Arm, and caught a whole bunch of crappie. I'm just now editing some YouTube video, or some video I'm going to put on YouTube. We ended up catching, I think we had 25 keepers, had some white bass and one walleye. We fished this morning, didn't do quite as well. Of course, we didn't get out till 9 o'clock. It was a late night after we got through cleaning all the crappie. And, well, shoot. Thought I'd at least get a bite. But we fished till about 1 o'clock this afternoon and then drove on home. It's about a 2-hour drive, a little less than 2 hours to Stockton from here. And but it was kind of neat. It was a little windy, and of course we were fishing an area that we fished before, but we really fishing blind. We were seeing a lot of crappie on the depth finder, but really couldn't get them to bite. And what was funny about it is Mona Cherie, we were kind of moving down the bank real slow and working the bank, and she quit. She kind of set her rod in her lap for about 20-30 seconds and caught a fish, and then she did it again a little bit later. While she was not reeling, she was trolling. We were moving along real slow. We're using little white marabou jigs that we make. No fish on one cast. And anyhow, long story short, okay. So let me work it a little bit faster and towards the surface. We ended up trolling the rest of the evening into the night. I mean, it was well after dark when we quit. There was a full moon out. It's really nice. There was a bite. They were up shallow. I'll be darned. But we ended up trolling these 3 30-second ounce white jigs that we make, and just caught a lot of fish. Caught a lot of short fish. We probably caught 40, 45, oh, more than that, with all the short fish that we caught. Crappie had to be 10 inches on Stockton. And we were still catching them when we left. So had a really good time. There he was again. We started doing this last summer, working a jig close to the surface and fast, and we do that occasionally when we see them up taking midges off the surface. Usually after the sun goes down, they come out of the deep water and they'll be closer to the surface. And that's what. Oh, that I saw him. That's probably the same fish. That was a nice rainbow. Let's see if I can. He's probably 18, 19-inch rainbow. Might be able to get that on video if I can slow it down. We'll see. Camera's tilted down a little bit. That's pretty cool. He came up and ate a midge off the surface. I don't know if anybody else fishes Stockton. You might comment where you guys go. And Stockton's a really, really pretty lake. There's hardly any docks, and you really can't see any houses or anything on the lake. The take line is different than, say, Table Rock and Bull Shoals. The take line is not in elevation; it's back off the lake, and so it's not developed at all. And it's full of trees. We lost a lot of jigs, but that's a good thing. It's got a lot of structure in it. It's known for its crappie and walleye, white bass and bass, black bass. Okay. Okay, couple bites. Hopefully we'll dial it in and catch a fish on one cast here the next couple of days with the water being down. Thanks for watching.